Everybody sing it with me. Who's been messing up the multiverse? It's been Wanda all along. And I might have killed some people too. Ah ha ha ha! Everybody. Hello everyone. I'm not gonna say who, don't worry. I'm gonna let you know right ahead, off of it. Spoiler free. This is spoiler free. In fact, we are going to, we'll talk more about that at the end. No spoilers for this video. Alright. Hello everyone. It's me, Grant the Canadian TV Guy. Welcome to Raise Some Popcorn with Grant. Welcome to our only new movie review this weekend. And we will have one TV review that is very similar, or maybe two. We'll talk it out. First off, before we begin, just to answer that question, it is Moon Knight. I have watched all of Moon Knight. I watched it like many Marvel fans. Stayed past my bedtime, watched it late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. I'm just gathering my thoughts. We will have a review of all of Season 1. This is not the only... I didn't forget. Alright. So, that being said, welcome to Raising Popcorn with Grant today, and we have a movie review of movies and TVs, what we do here. And today we are talking Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is directed by Sam Raimi, the Great, the GOAT. And it is a sequel, ostensibly, to Doctor Strange, but it's also a little bit a sequel to WandaVision. It's the MCU thing. It's let's be real. All the MCU, there's no sequels in the MCU. Every MCU movie is a sequel to Iron Man and TV show and yeah. So it's the 28th film in the series, not counting I think the 5 Disney Plus series and the infinite number of Marvel television shows from the Marvel TV era and shorts, and this is a whole franchise. So this is the 28th feature film. So what's Doctor Strange Multiverse about and who else is involved? Ugh, learn words, Grant. We pick up after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. Doctor Strange, played once again by Benedict Cumberbatch, is trying to piece everything together. Everything seems to be going well, but like any Marvel movie, danger is not far. He's going to attend the wedding of the love of his life, his unrequited love, Christine Palmer, played once again by Rachel McAdams, when, wouldn't you know it, a kooky kid named America Chavez, played by, I'm gonna pronounce it, Sochelle Gomez? Is that it? Sochelle Gomez? From the Babysitter's Club. She was on the Babysitter's Club, the first season. And so, I can't pronounce it. Sorry, Miss Gomez. I'm sure you're not watching this. But if you were, sorry for mispronouncing your name. So, as America Chavez, who, wouldn't you know it, this America Chavez, she loves, jumping through multiverses. Her power is she can leap from verse to verse, and in the thick of a battle in another dimension, she finds herself smack dab in the center of our reality, along with a pesky monster. Doctor Strange saves the day, saves her, and she informs him that she of her powers, and she needs some help from him. Sure enough, he begins to, because he's been, it's complicated. So, in their universe, dreams are versions of us from other dimensions. And so essentially, she's come, knowing this, he begins to, consult, Wanda Maximoff, played once again by Elizabeth Olsen, who, since the events of WandaVision, has been dying down in a cabin by herself, or has she? Turns out, she's gone a little cloud cuckoo land, and she is so obsessed with getting back to her 2 boys, played once again by the delightfully charming child actors Julian Hillard and Jet Klein, from Rising the Rose from WandaVision, that she is literally willing to steal the life of another her from another dimension, because you see, every other dimension, she lives in domestic bliss with her kids, except the main one. And she's now the Scarlet Witch, and she's using her powers to do wrong. How to stop her? How to save the day? Well, she needs America Chavez's powers, and so America Chavez needs to use her powers to jump from multiverse to multiverse. It's a head trip. Will they save the day? Will Wanda see the light? And will they run into some cameos? And will they run into some weird surprises? Let the madness begin. So, that was a lot. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a lot. And will there be a lot of Sam Raimi touches? Surprisingly, yeah. This is very much a Sam Raimi film. For all the better. This is not one of the best Marvel movies. I don't think it's as good as No Way Home, for instance. But I still really dug Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm kind of surprised that it's getting sort of a lukewarm reception. Benedict Cumberbatch is perfect for this role. And there are moments that just make you go nuts. And I can't talk about any of them until the spoiler talk, which will be for a later date. But some of them, let's put it this way, there are some things that will make MCU fans in this movie very, very, very happy. Especially ones, there are things that people have wanted that come to fruition. That's all I will say. And I think anybody knows that vagueness, that there's going to be some surprises. And it's hard to talk about this movie because it's so spoilery, and that's why I'm being so vague, and that's why I'm really not giving a lot of details. I really enjoyed this film. One thing I will say that I can talk about in detail that I loved is Wanda'S Arc in this film. Elizabeth Olsen, once again, is fantastic. And she gets to play a darker, more homicidal take on the character, but not lose the soul of the character we know. It's very moving. There's one scene, this is not a spoiler, there's one scene where she's speaking with Master Wong, played once again by Benedict Wong, where they're talking, and he's talking about, like, we need to sacrifice for the greater good, and she says something along the lines of, I had to punch a hole through the head of the man I love to save the universe, and it was all for nothing. Don't tell me about sacrifice. Damn. And it's true. And, again, Sochelle, is that it? Sochelle Gomez, is really good as America Chavez. I really liked her powers. I also love that because it's a Sam Raimi movie, it kind of, for a chunk of it, and this is in the trailer, it's not a spoiler, it kind of becomes a little bit of an Evil Dead movie for about 5 minutes, which is fun, with Zombie Strange. Yeah, this movie was fun. I liked the development of the plot, and I also think there is more humanity than people are giving credit for. Like, I like that a big chunk of it is also about the relationship between Doctor Strange and Christine, played well once again by the great Rachel McAdams. And, yeah, I really dug this. I really don't know why people are getting this a more lukewarm reception, but I really dug it. And it's not just me being a Marvel fanboy, because I can look at things critically, and I really enjoyed this film. And I'm not going to go all the way, but let's just end it there. I'm not going to go all the way, but I'm going to go pretty far. I'm going to give Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's not perfect. It's not the best. There are problems. For one, there's not a lot of humor in this movie, surprisingly, for an MCU movie, but not that it's not there, but it's scattered pretty minimally. There weren't really a lot of laughs in the theater. Then again, I picked the screening where it was packed and nobody reacted, which was kind of disappointing. Also, I should mention, this is the first film I saw... Well, I'm going to mention it actually in our segment. I forgot we have a new segment. So, ladies and gentlemen, to begin our segments, 4.5 out of 5 stars, let's close the book on it. Let's see some D's! That's right. I saw this movie in Imax 3D. This is the first IMAX 3D movie we've seen since Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And what did I think? The 3D was excellent in IMAX 3D. You could tell it wasn't shot in 3D, but they intended it to be 3D. There are scenes where, like, people are jumping on, like, floating platforms. The 3D is amazing. All the way down to there's a scene where someone is hanging off of a building and the depth of field makes it look more intense. 3D was great. I give 3D like 10 stars, man. 3D was really good. Some of the best 3D I've seen. And I know it's been a while, but it really was good. Also, one of the trailers was in 3D. We'll get there. But yeah, good 3D. Alright. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash before we get out of here. And prepare that Moon Knight. The Moon Knight review will either be tomorrow or another day. Also, I wanted to mention, I forgot. The spoiler talk I'm going to do on the podcast, we're going to talk the movie regularly with no spoilers. Next podcast, the podcast after this coming podcast, will be where we'll do the spoiler talk. So if you want to find that, it'll be in the description. But we're going to do 2 separate videos on that. Alright. There you go. And I'll talk in depth about what I liked about it. Trailer trash. Don't Worry, Darling. This looks awesome. This is Olivia Wilde's new film, her follow-up to Booksmart. Looks really creepy. It looks kind of like a Stepford Wives-esque, maybe a little bit of Get Out. Florence Pugh and Harry Styles are a married couple in the 1950s, or are they? And there's kind of like a vague mystery. Looks really interesting. I got like Gemma Chan in there, Chris Pine, good cast. Olivia Wilde herself. Looks really good. Jurassic World Dominion. Looks really good. This is a newer trailer. I got my ticket. We're going on June 9th. It looks really fun. Bullet Train. This trailer talked about a bunch. Looks really good. Top Gun Maverick. Now, this was not a trailer. This was a 6-minute scene. This is like an action sequence with a little trailer tagged onto it. Again, got my ticket for the 26th. I'm really excited. In Imax. So, talk about that. Lightyear. This was a new trailer. Looks really good. More of the plot this time. I really like what the plot seems to be about a lot. I'm really excited. Thor: Love and Thunder. Come on, Taika. I'm really excited. I love you, man. I love what you've done to the Thor franchise. I'm really excited to see Jane Foster as Lady Thor. Really excited for that. She got yoked for this movie. They show all your biceps. Looks really good. And then finally, the 3D trailer, the Show Me Some D's, which also is part of the 10 out of 10. It's the big one. It's the one that's only in theaters. It is not going to be at home, I think, till next week. And that is Avatar: The Way of Water. Avatar 2. Again, looks amazing. The thing is, to me, sometimes people call me about Avatar. The thing about it is, like, I loved Avatar when I saw it in the theaters both times I saw it in 3D. We didn't have IMAX back then. Our theater didn't have an IMAX, but I saw it in 3D. Then watched it at home, and it just didn't hold up for me. And I think it's because the story was a little too cliche. But then again, people are like, oh, well, you're not going to go see the sequels? I'm like, no, I'm going to see all the sequels. I'm going to see all 4 of them. Like, really? Goes why? Because it'll be in IMAX 3D. It'll look amazing. And this looks amazing. The underwater scenes look great. I don't want to get into too much detail because a lot of people aren't going to see it until next week who don't see Doctor Strange, but it looks really good. And was there shawarma? Of course there was. There is a scene during the credits and there's a scene after the credits. And in classic Marvel fashion, the scene during the credits sets up stuff, the scene after the credits pays off a gag, and it's very fun. Alright, we'll be back for Moon Knight, and for maybe... the other review I was thinking about doing was that the Pentaveret with Mike Myers. It looks like something I could do a video on. Definitely gonna watch it. Yeah, and we will also be talking about that, probably the Pentaveret and the Girl from Plainville on the podcast this week, so... And Moon Knight. So yeah, that'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. Okay, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do. So I've been told. You want to find me elsewhere. Reviews, lists, and other fun stuff. You can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raised on Popcorn with Grant. You can also check out my podcast on Spotify, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, which will be, both will be in the description below. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. Now, I want to know, what did you think of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? But please, avoid spoilers, okay? Don't spoil it for other people. Don't be a dick. But, let me, comment below, let me know. Yeah, till we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Alright, see you soon. Take care. Bye.